What's up, Q's Nation? This is Dan with BarstoolCuse here alongside our starting quarterback, Tommy DeVito. Tommy, thanks for having us.
Thank you, appreciate it.
We're here in DJ's on the Hill, our 2019 Best Bar nominee. Starting off, it's a big season for us this year. We're coming off of 10 wins last year. What are you personally doing to prepare to make this season even better than last year?
Just pushing the offensive tempo. Coach Babers is always about that, driving the fast car and pushing the offense. So getting the guys going as fast as possible, moving the ball down the field, scoring points, having fun.
We love to score points here.
Love it, love it.
So going off of that, everyone's excited. The campus is excited, the team's excited. What's the vibe in the locker room right now? What are guys saying? How are people feeling about, we got some big games coming up. What's the mood right now?
Right, it's excitement. Coming off a 10-win season last year, there's a lot of expectations, a lot of things. People say, oh, we got to be better than last year, it won't happen again. A lot of people just talking, but at the end of the day, you got to play football, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of excitement going around the locker room. We can't wait.
What made you choose Syracuse? What made you say, I want to come to Syracuse, I want to be QB1, and I want to lead this team to a national title?
Right, so honestly, during my recruiting process, I didn't know a lot about Syracuse. I knew a couple of people that went here, that went to my high school. I didn't know too much about them until I actually got on campus, took a couple of visits, visited a couple other schools, and then when I actually sat down and met with Coach Babers, we talked about the whole deal, the offense, and he kind of sold me on the numbers and the pass with Jimmy Garoppolo and Matt Johnson and Bowling Green, and that really just stood out to me a lot. So really just the offense is what mainly got me here for the most part, and obviously the school is close enough to home, 3.5 hours away from Jersey.
Bosco Prep.
Bosco Prep, yeah. So close enough for my family to come to the games, and I'm glad I made that decision.
Coming in the season ranked for the first time in a while, all right, and we're coming in at 22. How does that change the emotion and kind of shape the way that this team comes into the season?
Right, I think mentality-wise, it doesn't change anything. It just makes it more exciting. That just has a target on your back, so every game you play, everyone's going to want to come out and get you. A lot of times Coach Babers talks about last year we might have surprised a couple teams. They didn't think we were going to be able to win as many games as we did, so this year it's going to be different. They know we're there, they know we're coming, so it just makes it that much more fun.
Definitely, and having the rank, it keeps everyone on their toes. And finally, we're getting some respect as our football program, but I think 22 is too low,
Oh, always.
For the games, is there anything special that you're doing to get yourself hyped? Any weird rituals, maybe a playlist? Is there a certain artist that just gets you going?
Yeah, playlist, artist, anything with Meek Mill. He gives me riled up, There's a bunch of guys on the team that actually listen to Meek Mill. Honestly, there's a bunch of guys on the team that rap. They started rapping, so sometimes they'll start putting on their
post-game freestyles,
Yeah, exactly.
You're coming on as our starting quarterback, but I want to hear from you. Who do you think is going to be, a breakout player on our team? Who do you see, offense or defense, is going to, really make a name for themselves this year?
Mo Neal. Say Mo Neal. His senior year, he knows what's on the line. He wants to be in the next level. He knows it's going to take a lot. He's the leader. I'm expecting huge things from him, and I know he's going to do it.
Who would you say is the biggest unit on the team? Units respect units, so we got to hear it from the man.
I'd say Evan Adams. He plays offensive line.
O-lineman. There we go.
Big boy.
Football's a gritty game, all right, and it takes a lot of hustle, it takes a lot of heart. Is there someone on the team who you'd put on the all grit team? I'm talking Tony Allen style all grit team.
All grit team. Otto Zaccardo.
Otto Zaccardo.
He plays running back is his primary position, but he does all the special teams. Dude flies down on kickoff. No fear in his eyes. There could be 3 dudes waiting there to block him. He's going to run through all 3 of them. That's, him for sure.
Shout out Otto.
Otto Zaccardo.
Perfect name for Syracuse, right? It's like he was born to go here. Let's do a quick Mount Rushmore of things that get Coach Babers hyped.
All right, number 1, I got to do the Who's House thing. 2, iced coffee. He just found out about iced coffee. It's his new hot thing. He's all over the place, that iced coffee. It's ridiculous. Number 3, big hits, being physical on the football field. Anyone that's pancaking someone, huge hits, he loves to hear the noise.
I bet.
And finally, bench day.
Bench day.
Loves bench day. He always talks about it's the most important lift, the only lift that everyone should do is bench day. So he gets excited when we have that on Thursdays. He's a strong dude. You can tell even when I don't know, he might wear a size small. I hope he hears this. He wears like a size small polo for the game. He's bulging out of his shirt, but no, he's a big dude for sure.
That's awesome. Is there any, NFL quarterbacks that you look up to, you consider role models, you try to model your game after?
Right, so one that I watch the most at least is Aaron Rodgers. I look up to him. He can throw the ball, he can run the ball, extend plays. Just his versatility on the football field makes him different than a lot of other quarterbacks in the league.
What does it feel like to put that helmet on, run out in front of 40,000 fans, and know that you're our guy?
It's electric, honestly, walking out, especially in the dome. Haven't got to do that this year because we haven't had a home game yet, but just walking through the tunnel, and then when the smoke goes and the crowd erupts and they got the music playing, there's no better feeling.
Now you're in the starting role, but you got a whole season really to let the country know who you are.
Right, for sure. I mean, it's kind of always been like that. It's always had the underdog mindset. Coming out of high school, I wasn't too highly recruited. It started to build up as I did the whole camp circuit with the Elite 11 and all that kind of deal. But kind of same thing, just keep your head down at work, and eventually your claim to fame will come.
Yeah. So Tommy, you're coming into your first season as the full-time starter. Is there anything you just want to tell Q's Nation as a whole? Just kind of an open mic. Say whatever you're feeling.
Q's Nation coming up, week 3, first home game in the dome. Clemson, everybody knows what's going on. The whole deal. It's gonna be fun. We need everybody there to support us.
Oh, they'll be there. They'll be there.
I know. It's gotta be loud. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see you there.
Another Syracuse campus, classic. Good Uncle. They're not paying us yet, but Good Uncle put out a sandwich, I think your freshman year, called the Tommy DeVito. And I've heard people tell me that it's referring to another Tommy DeVito. Fuck that. It was a sandwich for our, 2B QB1. You ever eat the Tommy DeVito sandwich?
I've never had it, but
okay.
I get my freshman year. I got a bunch of Snapchats, and that's just people sending it to me, laughing about it. Asking if it was the whole thing. And I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah. Our recruiting team has really stepped up their game in the last few years. I think Dino's brought a whole different culture. Do you feel that in the locker room, that there's just winning's expected?
For sure, yeah. That was one of the biggest things that he mentioned to me going recruiting too. He's going to change the culture. I bet it's hard for a coach to come in and try to ingrain a new culture in everyone's mind, and that's one thing that he wanted to do, because when I got here, no disrespect to anyone that was here before me, it was just they were okay with losing. And coming from Don Bosco Prep, we didn't really lose at all. So to see that culture change was something special, and I believe that that's going to be the standard moving forward.
We got that taste of what a winning football season it feels like. I'm sure you've heard it. We're a football school now.
Basketball team's awesome, but
I'm just
the whole
playing.
football deal,
We're one of the few schools that can claim both football and basketball.
That's for sure.
All right, so Tommy, thanks so much for coming in. It was great having you here at DJ's for an interview. Is there anything you want to say before we wrap up?
Just thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Orange Nation. Cannot wait to see them. First home game, storming the field.
It's going to be a great year, boys. You heard it here first, Tommy DeVito. We'll see you guys. Check out the full interview, Instagram and Twitter, at BarstoolCuse.